Good thing about the Warriors is they have so many different types of screens in their offense to give them a tough time.
Involving him in screens, I smell a Buki breakdown when you look at how we look through the bifocals. How do you make Jokic work?
Whether he comes up on those screens or he's laying off of those screens, here's one of those off-the-ball screens. It's a little stagger screen. He's the last screener defender. You see how he doesn't really want to get out to the three-point line, to the perimeter. Clay sensed that trepidation, and he's just going to let it fly. So if he comes up, listen, you can still get the shot if he gives you that kind of space, or you can go by him, or you can kind of throw it to the roller, and Draymond shows you here, after you set the screen, you roll hard to the basket. Watch how slow the weak side gets over. So you're making Jokic work defensively, and you're making the weak side commit, and Draymond is still going to get a lane to the rim. The great thing about the Warriors, there's so many guys that can read it off the pick and rolls and make the right decisions. Again, Jokic comes up, but he's not close enough to Jordan Poole, because by this time in the game, Jordan Poole already has a rhythm. So he could have drove him and gone to the basket and used his quickness to get by the slower big. But again, you see the weak side coming over. Now, if you're Draymond Green, your defender, Jeff Green, has to commit to that role, because that was going to be a layup for Otto Porter. And now you just draw the defense and make the right decision. The Nuggets are talking about this. They're going to try to make an adjustment, but I don't know if you can make an adjustment against what the Warriors are doing.
Jokic is going to get numbers, but if it's 25 points on 25 shots, that's a win for the Warrior D, and you're wearing him out because he only has X amount of energy to expend on both ends of the floor. And I think game one so far so good, but he'll be ready for game two.
He's going to be ready. Listen, the Warriors, you may see some double teams here and there, but I think they'd rather have him shooting 25 shots than a Monty Morris getting off early, or even Aaron Gordon. Will Barton was the only guy that had more than 10 points for them in game one, so he had like 24 points. So there's other guys that can get involved, but they'd rather have Jokic taking the brunt of the shots than everybody else feeling good. The Nuggets are at their best when they're getting assists, when they're playing well, moving the ball. If Jokic is the one taking all the shots, they can live with that.
And you think about it, for the Warriors, they have a brand new lineup that Denver has to deal with on the other end. Whether you call it the Firepower Five or the Three Killers, or insert your own nickname, when you have Poole, Steph, Clay, Wiggins, and Draymond, not a lot of teams can deal with these guys. We'll have the starting lineups tip it off. Game two is on the way. Thrive City and Chase Center developing a little postseason feel. Game two. Game one went so perfectly for the Warriors, and how does Denver respond? And for the Dubs, I don't think Steve Kerr can say, hey, just do the exact same thing, but it'd be okay if they did, because offensively, defensively, up and down the roster, so many Warriors played so well.
And if you get off to a great start, that would really help if you're the Warriors, because you know the Nuggets are going to come out with so much more intensity to start the game. So match that intensity. And listen, you know you want to get Jokic involved in the action. Ball screens, screens off the ball. Warriors did a great job of that in game one. Expect that in game two. I think Aaron Gordon is going to be a key tonight for the Nuggets, because Draymond and others shut all that down in the first game. He's going to be looking to have more of an impact in this game.
Yeah, the local kid out of Mini High School, Steph Curry, will not start again, and that is to minimize the amount of time sitting on the bench. Second half of the first quarter, second half of the second quarter, instead of a big 40-minute stretch sitting on the bench.